Deep within the bowels of the earth lies miles of uncharted caves. A legendary underground pyramid with its vast collection of treasure awaits those who are brave enough to find it. Many have sought it, but ultimately failed. But one man may just have what it takes.
Oh, come on! And this, folks, is Spelunker.
What is happening, gamers? This is Bradley here, and welcome back to another episode of Blast from the NintenPast, where I review retro Nintendo games. So today I'm going to be taking a look at a game that originally released 30 years ago on the Atari 8-bit computer and was later ported to the NES in 1987. It's known as Spelunker, and it gets a bad rap for being a difficult game and not controlling well. But is all the hate for this game true, or is it worth playing? Let's find out.
You play as Mr. No Name, who may just look like a long-lost cousin to a certain plumber, and he's in search of a mountain of treasure buried beneath the earth, and you must venture forth through a series of 6 levels that are seamlessly connected together into one giant map. But of course, he isn't going to get there the easy way. Throughout this deadly labyrinth, a variety of obstacles will be thrown in your path. Prepare for deadly pits, uneven terrain, ledges, chasms, rocks, steam vents, water, ghosts of previous spelunkers, and bats and their bat poop. You know, that guano stuff. And your main tools for maneuvering around these obstacles are your amazing jumping ability, bombs, flares, and a oh-so-helpful light gun. Bombs are of course used to blow stuff up, and you'll need to do this to take out boulders blocking your path. But be warned, don't stand too close to them or you might just get blown up too. Flares, on the other hand, allow you to scare off bats so you can safely pass underneath for a few seconds and escape the poisonous guano. And every now and then a ghost will come seeking your demise, and to safely defend yourself you need to use another weapon in your arsenal, the fear-inspiring light gun. Yay! You need to shine it at a good enough distance since the ghost slowly dissipates and he can still hurt you while it is dying. Besides that, using the light gun takes a chunk out of your oxygen supply. Yeah, you heard that right, there's an oxygen meter, and it slowly depletes as you platform around, urging you to not horse around too long. Conveniently, these things, seriously I don't know what they are scattered around the caves to help refill your oxygen supply. Now your main purpose in doing all this jumping, bombing, and flaring is to collect the various keys placed around the levels, and some are placed in more trickier locations. And you will need these because there are locked gates blocking you from reaching the next level. Now the main reasons this game gets criticized so much is the problematic rope and ladder climbing and how Mr. Spelunker dies from falling 2 inches from the ground. Basically, if you try to climb a rope, you have to be super careful in moving your character, because if you push left or right on the D-pad, it shifts your character left and right on the rope and he's able to slip off, and of course, resulting in death. This is a pretty dumb mechanic, and when you first start playing the game, you will die many times because of this. But I don't know why they couldn't just have the character stay locked onto the rope until you press the jump button. Now even though this does get some hate, I really didn't find it that big of a deal. After playing the game for some time, I got used to it and was able to maneuver quite fine. And on the other hand, dying from falling a short distance was not that big of a problem either. Once you get the hang of that, it really isn't bothersome. Besides the graphics being really bland in Spelunker with all the black and brown, I actually found the music to be not half bad. There are a few different tunes that play, but there's just one main song that plays throughout all 6 levels, besides the music change when a ghost appears, and I actually like the melody. Considering the song is really short and it continues to loop, it may get annoying for some people. Oh, and as for the beat that plays at the title screen, it's actually pretty awesome. Now if you're the high scoring type, you can try to rack up a serious score by collecting the coins and bags of money littered around the caves. Plus the game doesn't end after beating it, so you can continue adding points to your score. You go on to a second quest, a third quest, a fourth one, a fifth, and it keeps going, I think. The only downside to the multiple quests is that the map layouts are exactly the same, so repetitiveness can kick in. Spelunker doesn't really deserve all the hate it gets. I actually enjoy the game to a certain extent once you master the controls. It's not a great game by any means, and it isn't horrible either. It's just a nice little time waster. So the GamingPixelShow.com is awarding Spelunker a 3 out of 5.
So, I guess that will bring us to the end of yet another episode of Blast from the NintenPast. If you like what you saw, please give it a thumbs up, and you can stay tuned for more episodes in this series, along with my regular video reviews for current Nintendo games, my craziest Nintendo stuff this week series, and my news segments. But I'll talk to you later in the next video, guys. Bye!